What's going on, guys? I'm back with another 25 Days of Christmas Marathon review, and today we're doing 8 Crazy Nights. Davy Stone, a 33-year-old party animal, finds himself in trouble with the law after his wild ways go too far. In keeping with the holiday spirit, the judge gives Davy one last chance at redemption: spend the holiday performing community service as an assistant referee for the Youth Basketball League, or go to jail. Davy thinks he's gotten off easy until he meets Whitey Duvall, the eccentric, elf-like head referee. Well, Adam Sandler in an adult animation Hanukkah film wasn't really on my bingo card, but in a weird way, this film was a bit of fun. Sure, it doesn't have a whole lot of substance, coupled with mostly bad jokes, but I definitely found some enjoyment in it. The story is pretty straightforward, not really breaking down any barriers whatsoever, but it was coupled with enough decent attempts of hot and entertaining songs to keep it afloat. The story is formulaic and predictable, but as an Adam Sandler fan, I wasn't too mad at that, with it being a big Adam Sandler show with him carrying this film, voicing about 4 of the characters, with some being better than others. Adam Sandler's main character in Davy Stone is arguably the worst protagonist in cinema history. I understand what they were doing and trying to go for, trying to get everyone to hate him early on to create this redeeming arc towards the end, but even with the few heartfelt moments in his actual character arc, he is extremely hard to get invested in. Now, I could certainly give credit because they certainly didn't pull any punches with this character being a dick, but I don't think it did the film any favors. The creators didn't really give anything time to develop or marinate. It was just him being a dick, then saying, okay, yeah, let's give him about 7 minutes to be decent again, then he's back to being a douche, then he turns back to being a decent guy at the end. If they would have allowed that middle push of him being decent to flourish a bit, and allowed the audience to get connected to him, maybe it could have been a bit more investing. Now, the backstory they gave him during that middle portion certainly aids his character a bit, but it wasn't fleshed out enough to really make a difference because he's that much of a jerk. As for Adam Sandler in the role as Davy, I thought he was just fine. Again, it wasn't anything groundbreaking that you haven't seen him do before, but at the end of the day, it is nice to see him behind the microphone once in a while besides right in front of the camera. As for Whitey, the head referee, also voiced by Sandler, he is by far the best character for my money. To some, his voice may sound like nails on a chalkboard, but I, in a weird way, found it sweet and innocent, really giving Whitey a lot of personality for the better. I don't know, I just found it very easy to care for him, because he comes off as such a poor thing that just wants to help, so with that alone, he got my vote. Whitey's sister Eleanor, also voiced by Sandler, was probably the biggest mixed bag in the film for my money. I feel like she complimented the two characters at times, but also felt like she was in the way at other times. But, truth be told, I thought this was by far Sandler's best voice character, where if you didn't look to see who was him, you wouldn't have guessed it. As I kind of hinted at, her character can kind of come off a bit useless at times, and sometimes only used for attempts for comedic relief, but she also helped facilitate the plot, so at the end of the day, I didn't really mind her all that much. One thing I did find a bit distracting was the screenplay. When a film has more than 3 screenwriters on set, more times than not, it's bound to be a jumbled mess, and that's exactly what this was. There were some okay jokes here and there, but mainly the jokes did not work, especially the constant pee, fart, and poop jokes. You could just tell there was too many people involved, where it seemed like there was conflicting ideas going on, where those multiple ideas took away from expanding on the concrete themes and other ideas they had set. When it comes to the animation, that's probably the best bit in the entire film. Matter of fact, it definitely was the best bit to the entire film. The 2D animation was captured so beautifully, having this cool, almost comic book style, where it just popped off the screen with the bright colors and color patterns demonstrated in the specific scenes. Another semi-positive to the film was the songs. For me, I don't think Adam Sandler is Drake by any sense of the word, but his songwriting is pretty good, being fairly witty and most of the time, pretty funny. There are some songs in the film that are pretty unappetizing, but then there's other songs like the one he has with his wife Jackie Sandler, and also, That's a Technical Foul, is an absolute bop. I'm a sucker for a Sandler song, so for me, I thought the music was one of the better bits of the film, although it didn't always land. Overall, I really wouldn't call 8 Crazy Nights a mixed bag, because it certainly had more bad than good, but I personally didn't hate it. Maybe I'm just a biased Sandler stan that's able to enjoy anything he's in for the most part, but truth be told, this film really isn't the greatest. It gets a 4 out of 10 from me. Let me know what you think of 8 Crazy Nights in the comments below, and let me know what film you'd like to see me review next. See you guys in the next one.